Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, once considered one of Hollywood's most beloved couples, are currently facing a storm that has left their private and professional lives in disarray, all triggered by a series of events involving longtime friend Taylor Swift and NFL star Travis Kelce. The story begins at a moment when everything seemed perfectly aligned for Blake and Ryan, who had cultivated a close-knit circle of friends in the entertainment industry, with Taylor Swift being not only a trusted confidant, but almost family. The relationship between Taylor and Blake was well known, stretching back over a decade, with both women celebrating milestones together, taking vacations, exchanging heartfelt social media posts, and frequently spotted supporting each other at major events. Ryan Reynolds, famous for his wit and charm, blended seamlessly into this dynamic, especially as his friendship with Taylor deepened alongside his wife's. Their friendship appeared unbreakable, inspiring fans and creating an enviable public image. However, the calm was shattered in December 2024, when Taylor Swift became inadvertently embroiled in a legal situation involving Justin Baldoni, a director and actor who had previously collaborated with Blake Lively. This legal entanglement quickly spilled into the public realm, attracting intense media scrutiny. While initially, it seemed Taylor would be a bystander, her name became more entangled as details emerged, and the narrative began to shift. The media, always hungry for drama among celebrities, seized upon the story, speculating about alliances and betrayals. Suddenly, the tight friendship between Taylor, Blake, and Ryan was thrust into the spotlight, and cracks began to show. As the legal proceedings grew more complicated, Taylor Swift and her partner, Kansas City Chiefs star Travis Kelce, started to distance themselves from Blake and Ryan. The once frequent gatherings, public celebrations, and mutual support faded away, replaced by a cold silence on social media and in the real world. Fans, always quick to notice subtle changes, started to speculate about the nature of the fallout, fueling even more rumors and conjecture. Subscribe for updates on celebrity drama and more surprising stories. Amidst this upheaval, a new voice entered the conversation. Humphrey Kerr, the chief executive of Wrexham AFC, the football club co-owned by Ryan Reynolds. Humphrey, known for his candidness, addressed the growing concern about Blake and Ryan's situation, acknowledging in an interview that the couple had been through the ringer over the past year and a half. He pointed out that while public interest in the couple's predicament seemed to ebb and flow, the underlying issues remained unresolved and continued to affect them privately. His remarks brought a sobering gravity to the situation, highlighting that the fallout was not just tabloid speculation, but a real struggle affecting two of Hollywood's brightest stars. Blake, already under enormous pressure from the media circus, found herself increasingly anxious about the future. According to an insider close to the couple, Blake was particularly worried about the impact on Ryan's reputation. Hollywood, after all, is an industry built on relationships, and the loss of Taylor Swift's friendship threatened to create ripples that could be felt throughout Ryan's career. Blake, determined to mend fences, reportedly made multiple attempts to reach out to Taylor, hoping to clear the air and repair the damage. Unfortunately, her efforts were met with silence. Taylor, known for valuing loyalty and trust in her inner circle, had, according to sources, totally shut her out. The pain of losing a close friend was compounded by the fear that this rift could have far-reaching consequences. Blake's anxiety grew as she realized that Taylor's influence in Hollywood was unparalleled. The metaphor often used was that if Hollywood were a high school, Taylor would be the head cheerleader. Her opinions carried weight, and when she turned her back on someone, the rest of the industry noticed. The fear of being ostracized, of watching doors close and opportunities dry up, became a daily reality for Blake and Ryan. The couple's public appearances became less frequent, and when they did step out, they seemed subdued, weighed down by the invisible burden of their predicament. The sense of isolation was profound. Friends who once flocked to their side became distant, unsure how to navigate the complicated terrain that had developed. Invitations stopped arriving, and business opportunities began slipping away. For Blake, whose career had always been defined by her ability to connect with others, this sudden cold shoulder from the industry was devastating. For Ryan, who had built a reputation as one of the most likable men in show business, the situation was equally distressing, as he saw his once thriving network of collaborators become wary and distant. The situation was made worse by the constant barrage of rumors and tabloid headlines, each new story adding another layer of stress to an already unbearable situation. The couple's children, too, were affected as the family retreated from the public eye, seeking solace and privacy away from the relentless attention. Yet, despite the turmoil, Blake remained steadfast in her desire to set things right. She reached out to mutual friends, hoping they might act as intermediaries, but the response was tepid at best. Taylor, for her part, was reportedly hurt by the way she had been drawn into the legal dispute with Justin Baldoni, feeling that her loyalty had been taken for granted. Even Travis Kelce, usually known for his easygoing nature, maintained a distance, choosing to focus on his relationship with Taylor and the upcoming NFL season. The power couple, Taylor and Travis, remained silent in the face of mounting speculation, refusing to engage with rumors or offer public reassurances. Instead, they channeled their energy into planning their much-anticipated wedding, determined not to let outside drama overshadow their own happiness. The media, meanwhile, continued to speculate about the reasons for the rift, with sources close to Taylor insisting that she was simply tired of being caught in the middle of other people's problems. The narrative that emerged painted Taylor as someone fiercely protective of her boundaries, unwilling to allow even the closest of friends to compromise her well-being. For Blake and Ryan, this only intensified the sense of loss, as they grappled with the reality that their once unbreakable bond with Taylor might never be repaired. The silence between the former friends spoke volumes, and as weeks turned into months, the prospect of reconciliation grew increasingly remote. The couple's inner circle, once lively and supportive, had dwindled to a handful of loyal confidants, most of whom were careful to avoid taking sides. In the world of Hollywood, where alliances are everything and a single misstep can spell disaster, Blake and Ryan found themselves walking a precarious tightrope, unsure of whom to trust, and wary of further alienating those who remained. The emotional toll was significant. Blake, always known for her resilience, struggled to maintain her composure in the face of mounting pressure. Ryan, too, found himself questioning old friendships and reevaluating his priorities. The couple leaned on each other more than ever, determined to weather the storm together, but the weight of their situation was undeniable. As the legal issues with Justin Baldoni continued to simmer in the background, the uncertainty of the future loomed large. The couple's once vibrant social life had faded, replaced by quiet evenings at home and a renewed focus on their family. Blake poured her energy into her children, seeking comfort in the routine of daily life. Ryan, ever the optimist, threw himself into his work, hoping that time would eventually heal old wounds. Still, the shadow of the past lingered, an ever-present reminder of how quickly fortunes can change in Hollywood. The story of Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds serves as a cautionary tale about the fragility of fame, the importance of trust, and the unpredictable nature of relationships in the public eye. As the world watches and waits, the question remains, can these two stars find their way back to the light, or will the fallout from this dramatic chapter define their legacy for years to come? Stay tuned and subscribe for more exclusive updates on your favorite celebrities.